money flow, cash money flow, cash money flow.
Hey, Jesse.
Money flow,
Fargo.
cash money flow. I don't need no place to go. Cash money flow, cash money flow, money flow.
I'm excited about Iowa
money
running
flow,
away with the team race,
money
destroying it, and they're just, all the momentum is towards them.
Iowa right now, 13 All-Americans, 5 in the finals tonight. And of their 13 All-Americans, 11 are either going for first or third. They have 176 points. They're 74 points ahead of second place California. And only 4 other teams have even half as many points as Iowa. They are absolutely killing it. But what about on the matchup side? Is there a one single matchup you're excited about?
120 pounds. I am so stoked for this right now.
Nate Jezeroga taking on Caden Horwath. This is a match that's really interesting. They were a weight class apart for a lot of their high school careers. They wrestled back in their youth days, but haven't competed since high school, and it's kind of a clash of styles. Jezeroga, really solid hand fighter, stays in good position. He can run you off the mat with the underhook. He can get to leg attacks, and he's super clutch. Meanwhile, Horwath loves to turn things into a scramble. He's got great re-attacks, so I love the style.
Well, it's not the only thing big for that match because we got something else for them.
Golden ticket on the line in that one, and we're going to have a few golden tickets. That's an invitation to Who's Number One, September 9 in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It's going down, and a few of the winners tonight may be receiving an invitation. You'll have to check out some interviews later on to find out about that. And I know we already talked about the team race. I know we already talked about the team race, but just to remind people, Iowa right now, they are killing it. They're way in the lead. California beyond that. What stands out to me, though, Idaho currently sitting in 4th. They got 4 in the finals and 5 All-Americans total, so pretty good stuff going on.
It's a great new mix. You know, we're seeing things that we haven't seen in a long time or in a while, or new stuff. All these teams are, you know, they were on their game, and it shows. Now they're in the finals. Now they got some good team points. They got some All-Americans. Now we just get to see stop signs going home.
All right. Hey, and, you know, we talked about that Jezeroga-Horwath matchup, but I believe we're going to get a couple of highlights from those guys so people can check out what to be excited about. These guys have navigated. We talked about 16 and under, 120 pounds. That bracket was loaded. Junior 120 pounds, just as good. And you can see, you know, what's going on. Here are the matchups for all of the weight classes, 100 through 160. Any of these matches jump off the page at you?
I'm excited for 126 just to see Mason Gibson. I had his quarters and his semis, and he looks like he wants to get home with the stop sign.
He'll have Luke Stanich, a Jersey runner-up who had a pretty big upset in the semis. He beat Aiden Valencia and looked really good. That one's fun. I also am curious to see where Bo Mantanona is against Kyle Dutton.
And then
his brother Brock won it last year.
And then right after that, Chatham, we're back to back.
Cody Chittum, he's looking great. 170, Josh Bar, Rocco Welsh, going to be a whole lot of fun. Those are the matchups, and man, we got matches coming in right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the wrestlers competing for the 2022 Junior Men's Freestyle National Championship. At 100 pounds, wrestling from the red corner, Javon Yarborough.
All right, first match coming at us is going to be at 100 pounds. It's Javon Yarborough. Yarborough was a champ at 16 and under last year. And now going to try to win one here in the junior division. He was also a runner-up in Greco last year. He's going to be wrestling Tyler Garvin from Maryland, who is coming out in the blue. Should be an interesting one. Javon Yarborough's had a lot of success throughout his high school career. He's often been, you know, maybe a little small for 106, so people aren't maybe as aware of him, but really, really good.
And we're live in the center. Both guys feeling each other out from space.
For the championship at 100
nice
pounds
little half shot.
From Copley, Ohio.
Garvin
Javon
almost getting the drag. Both guys seem like
2022
really on the ball,
Dual
really
All-Tournament
reacting well.
in freestyle.
Nice shot from space.
Central
Stuffed.
Region Junior
Good
champion
front
in
headlock from
both
Yarborough.
styles. He was 6th in 2022 in the Ohio D2 State
Last year,
Championships at 106
Tyler Garvin
with
was
a
4th
51
at this tournament, in 16 and under, where Yarborough won it. Javon Yarborough is not afraid to go big if he finds the opportunity. So be on the lookout for potential 4-point sequences.
Good
Another
help.
really nice crowd here tonight. They're packed up to the rafters in about 4 sections.
Everybody seems excited for this, and it shows.
It is. I mean, these, the junior division, both in men's freestyle and women's freestyle, we're starting to become pretty familiar with these athletes. We've seen a lot of them on the scene for a while, and so there's a little more hype to this junior division. Makes it a lot of fun.
Garvin trapped underneath, but has good control of that elbow over Yarborough, and it's blown dead.
Fresh start. No points. Minute to go.
We might see a
Sorry, a minute
passivity
gone
soon.
by. 2 minutes to go.
Got to readjust from cadets. Excuse me, U16s.
Yeah, no, you get used to those 2-minute periods, and attention goes against Yarborough. Oh, he's in deep. Not deep.
Nice throw by. Keeping it in the front headlock. Good defense from Garvin. On the edge. Grounded is the call. Good mat savvy from Garvin.
Yeah, he seems to be pretty aware that Yarborough can create a lot of problems for him in the front head, and he just wants to lock down that arm. And he's getting to that tie from his feet as well. It makes me think he may be looking for a dump opening.
He has that so locked in, but Yarborough.
All right, that's the second warning for passivity. So Yarborough going to go on the clock. I don't know if I'm surprised or not. They've traded position a little bit, so it could have gone either way.
I think it was a good call for a 0-0 match in the first. Nice shot from space, controlling that head. He's loving that front head, but that elbow control from Garvin's really giving him a hard time.
Yeah, Yarborough earlier got fairly deep on a single, was pretty quick to let go of it. I wonder if he'll think about getting back to it. He hasn't been having a lot of success from that front head position.
Point goes on the board. 1 point blue, Garvin. Double shot stuff. Yarborough back in that front headlock, trying to change it. He's got 35 seconds left. Pushing towards the edge.
Another grounded call as they go out of bounds. Man, the cadets, the 16 and under age group in both boys and girls the last couple of days they've really set the standard for finals. So we're expecting a lot of action right now. Not a ton coming at us.
Nice shot. Ooh, good rubber knee from Yarborough. Garvin's got to keep his head up and start building up with that crotch lock. Builds up here.
They're going to go 2 red offered. I wonder if we'll see 2 blue offered.
I think
2 red, and it's confirmed. Oh, 2 and 2 was the call that was confirmed. So it's 3-2 at the break. And of note, right before that last scoring sequence, Garvin was warned for passivity. So if he gets warned again, he'll go on the clock. Although now that we have actual points on the board, that's less likely to happen.
I think Garvin has to get back to the shot, has to be a little bit more cautious when he's finishing because he doesn't want to go around and give up another 2 and 2. And Yarborough has to figure out if he wants to start taking a shot or continuing with that front headlock, and how does he adjust it? Hiding his elbow, because Garvin, when he's heads underneath, he's locking down that elbow quick.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right about shots and caution on the finish. There's Yarborough in deep.
Same shot, there it is, his own.
He's got good parterre offense. See if he can get to it. And looking like we're gonna probably come back to our feet. So Javon Yarborough takes his first lead of the match. Hard fakes from Garvin. Yarborough shot. Garvin
Down
can
block.
go behind.
Right in this crackdown, crotch lock for Yarborough. Cuts over, has both legs, does Garvin. Good hook.
Back and forth. The action we were missing in the first period, we're getting here in the second, and it's 5-4. Garvin takes a lead.
Both now.
Yeah, those fakes for Garvin, super effective. He's getting good reactions out of Yarborough.
They're not locking up now. Now they both realize that they're better from space. As I say that, they go.
Yeah, that's how it is sometimes. It'll tie up.
Good snap down. Garvin now in on the front headlock, gets a little drag. Reshot from Yarborough. Has that leg.
Man, a ton of length on both these guys for being 100 pounds.
Yarborough back on that front, but Garvin doing a great job tying up those hands whenever he gets in his head trap. Minute 20 left.
Minute 15 to go. Hard snap there,
Good club.
Yarborough.
Running behind, shot.
Oh, good adjustment there by Garvin. Gets the exposure. Yarborough did a lot of things right, but Garvin reacted, got the exposure. Now 7-4 lead.
And he's on top with the blown dead back to our feet. 51. Garvin leads 7-4. Let's see what Yarborough can do. He's got a 3-point deficit that he has to make up.
Ohio with a lot more Fargo tradition at this division than Ohio, and Garvin trying to add to Maryland's tradition. Yarborough, oh, looks for it, can he get it? To blue. 9-4.
Garvin has a good lead now.
Garvin, 26 seconds left to become the 7th champion in Maryland history. They had one last year, TJ Stewart.
Yarborough on wrestling. Gavin to the edge. I think it's going to be a grounded call.
11 seconds left. Yarborough needs big transition. 4-pointer won't do it. Short time left. And he may try to lift for 5, but Tyler Garvin gets it done. Are we gonna see a chicken hit the mat? We saw one when Maryland won in the girls division. It's Tyler Garvin, and there's the chicken. Rubber chicken and a stop sign for Tyler Garvin. He's pumped up. Throws it into the crowd. Well, he threw it behind press row to the ground, but it appeared on camera like he threw it to the crowd, and that's what matters. Tyler Garvin, the 7th junior national champ from the state of Maryland. Good work from him. He kicks it off.
He worked hard for that chicken.
He did work hard for that chicken. And here we go. We got him coming through the smoke, and nice replays coming at you. This was Yarborough's strategy early, going for those push-outs, but wasn't able to get it. And Garvin scored right before the break. 2-2 was the call, and those were big points. This was the sequence at the end. Yarborough did a lot of good things, but Garvin just was able to react and catch him in some positions, and chicken comes on the mat. There he goes. Here's this. Oh, man, we're going slow-mo chicken throw. What a replay. Beautiful replay.
Execution, wonderful. Result was a little low.
Yeah, the result was not great, but that's okay. I think Idaho gets the title in this match.
Do you?
I believe Idaho is going to have a Fargo champ at the end of this match.
Why would
That's
you
my
say
prediction.
that?
Well, both finalists are from Idaho. It's easy. It's an easy prediction. We've got Mac Mauger. We've got Coulter Burton. Mauger in the red, Burton in the blue. Burton wrestling in both 16 and under and juniors, in freestyle and Greco. That's 4 divisions.
That's a long week.
Yes,
Probably one of the longest for any kid.
Action underway. Idaho actually had 3 of the 4 semifinalists at this weight class. mentioned in the pre-show, Idaho with 4 in the finals this year, and 2 of them on the mat right now. We'll have at least 2 matchups in the finals between wrestlers from the same state. At 220, it's Iowa on Iowa.
Good Iowa points then.
These guys, got to imagine, pretty familiar with one another. Being from in-state, shot attempt there from Mauger. Mac Mauger, Fargo champ last year in both freestyle and Greco. Coulter Burton last year was 5th in Fargo freestyle, and he actually won Greco. So both these guys with some experience on the stage.
Good front headlock from Burton. Mauger wasn't staying stationary underneath. He wanted those legs, and he worked really hard for that.
Burton with some serious length on Mauger. Pretty decent advantage there when it comes to that. And Mauger is very good upper body.
2-on-1 for Mauger. I think Blue's getting signaled again.
Big 2-on-1, and they're going to stop it. So Coulter Burton going on the clock first. Idaho is not super close to a lot of the big wrestling tournaments, but these guys get around. They compete just about everywhere.
Good dump.
Oh, Mauger trying to hold for the fall. Nope, not able to get it.
But he does get the 4 and the 2 exposure.
And he's going to get another point for the shot clock just now. So it's 7-0 off one sequence. Mauger going to get another turn on the edge, it appears. Oh, Burton steps over. Mauger smart. He felt that leg of Burton coming in, got out of danger.
He got a little bit too extended with trying to get that trap arm, felt that, and went right back to keep his 7-point lead. Big first period right now with 40 seconds left on the clock. I think you're right. Idaho's going to win this.
I had a really strong feeling.
Now Burton pushing Mauger to the danger zone.
Burton looking for a step out before the end of the period, and he's very close to getting one, and he's gonna get one. And Burton threatening with that over-under body lock. A big move would get him right back in this. 11 seconds left before the break. Every time Coulter Burton's been wrestling, and I've ended up calling a couple of his matches earlier in the tournament. Nenea Estrella, who's, if you don't know Nenea Estrella, you should get to know her. She's U.S. Open champion this year. She's going to Iowa, but she's in the corner with Burton, and she has, I don't know if it's parents or somebody back home on FaceTime, and she's just holding that camera around so they can watch.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
I wonder if he's getting some FaceTime coaching as well. There you see Coulter Burton on your screen, Nenea Estrella.
Burton's got to figure out how to get more points, start scoring. He's down 6 with a 4 for Mauger. And he's got a battle for the next 3 minutes.
Now into a front head position for Burton. Trying to snap down, and Mauger gets to the
leg,
head
high
outside.
crotch.
Good adjustment, Burton.
Shelves it.
Mauger with that leg way up. Can he finish? (9-1). Mauger a point away, or 2 points away from ending this match. Drops to a lace. Takedown to do it for Mac Mauger, and Coulter Burton, see what he goes for.
Nice shot from space. But beautiful hips from Auger. Tries the hip tip, doesn't get it.
Got a lot of power there. Mauger just kind of muscled Burton off his legs with that little hip motion.
Yeah, even with being both 106 pounds, there definitely is a size difference. Mauger has the little bit more muscle on him, but Burton has that length, can extend and get his grip really tight, really quick on you.
Burton looking for front head. Mauger gonna try to step him out, and stalemated action, minute 26 to go. Shot Burton. Mauger was able to hip this off before, but Burton brings it to his feet. Man, Mauger gets that wizard, pulls that arm out. 2-on-1 on the arm. He's got the wrist.
In on his own shot. On the edge.
2 offered and confirmed. Mac Mauger gets it done 11-1. And Idaho is going to have a champ either way. It's Mac Mauger. He's adding to his stop sign collection. Big flex. Mauger pointing to that Idaho team name on the singlet. See what he does. He's getting a shirt on before he gets his stop sign. By the way, we mentioned Nene Estrella. I forgot to mention the other coach in the corner, Rich Lovett, NCAA finalist for Nebraska. He's pumped up. Oh, Mac Mauger, he's got a Chris Owens shirt on. Chris Owens doing good things in Idaho. And we got replays coming up. There's Mauger with that dump. That sequence ended up being huge.
Very good translation.
Yep, got 2 on that turn and then had another turn. And then this is the double that he cut across to finish it. There's the flex. 113-pounders coming at you. This will be an interesting one. Hunter Taylor of Missouri, currently sitting at number 14 in the rankings. He's going to be taking on Dion Johnson. Johnson unranked, but he has been throughout a lot of the year. He's hit some bumps in the road. Dion Johnson, one of those guys who's, as he's moved from 106 to 113, you know, he's wrestled some at 120. He's kind of had some growing pains in how, you know, the adjustment to wrestling guys that are bigger. But he has made some really important adjustments for this tournament, and now here he is in the finals at 113. Johnson, part of that Homewood Flossmoor program in Illinois. Vincent Robinson, Jalen Robinson as well.
Good movement from Johnson. I believe I caught his semifinal, and his foot movement is perfect.
It's really good. Hunter Taylor was a Fargo champ last year, so Johnson definitely has his hands full, but he looked outstanding in his quarters and semis.
Hunter bringing Johnson to the zone with a good underhook, slowing him down. And good defense from Johnson, getting back to center. I think Hunter Taylor has to figure out how to lock on, get to his underhook, and fire off a good shot, or else Johnson's going to be shooting from space and going to exploit any little good react from a fake he gets.
Hunter Taylor's had a really nice tournament. His quarterfinal may have been his toughest match. Isaiah Quintero from California. He won that one. Ended up being by injury, but
Hunter gets a good high crotch, comes right across, finishes.
2 offered and white paddled. Yeah, good job by Dion Johnson to not expose on that gut wrench attempt. Missouri with these like retro 1980s 2 singlets. I don't know what 1982 means for Missouri wrestling, but they got 82 on the singlet. Looks like something from Stranger Things, you know?
If Hunter Taylor wins, we can ask him in the interview what the 82 means. Good.
He might know, he might not.
He's great right here with that underhook, defending himself, making action off of it.
Post there from Johnson, hard tie. .40 seconds to go in this period. Hunter Taylor's been the more offensive one, and he's controlling the center of their mat too. Big underhook and close to the zone. Taylor in deep again, at high crotch, nice exposure.
Beautiful transition there.
One of the things that has made Hunter Taylor's, nice gut wrench. One of the things that made Taylor's attacks so effective, and the officials are talking about something, and right now the scoreboard still says 2-0, but one of the things that's made his attack so effective is how little time there's been between the attack and the finish. He's not getting caught up in that crackback position. He's not giving Johnson a chance to lock through the crotch and work for crotch lift. He's just getting in and finishing, and that, you're gonna win a lot of matches if you're able to do that.
He's shooting clean and adjusting clean. He's not leaving any time, like you're saying, for any kind of crotch lift or anything to put him in his own danger.
Hunter Taylor ain't got time for that. Johnson,
in favor of Hunter Taylor from
Dion
Missouri.
Johnson has, he's been posting head, hard fakes. You get the sense that he wants to fire off an attack. He just hasn't done it. So I would imagine in the corner they're letting him know, hey, you got the attacks. You just got to go get them.
The officials might be starting to put him on the clock for not really firing anything off right now.
They definitely could. Sometimes when there are this many points on the board, they just kind of forget about that rule, it seems like, but they could.
Dion Johnson returning to the center of the mat. Here comes Hunter Taylor. We're ready to go. Second period for the national championship at 126. Correction at 113.
Dion Johnson's got to make an adjustment here, and he comes out fast feet. Back on those posts. Hard fake, takes a little shot. Man, Hunter Taylor just nice down block.
Keeping it basic. Now back to his underhook. Now he's in control. He's controlling center.
Going underhook to high crotch is not as easy as Hunter Taylor makes it look.
But that threat there, and that's what lets him get to the step out. He's using his
And
underhook
1 point
perfectly.
Awarded to Taylor on the step out by Johnson.
Attention, Dion Johnson. Hands to the face. He's been posting on the head quite a bit. That's the first attention he got, though. Elbow control, 2-on-1. Nice shot attempt there from Taylor. A little different setup.
Caleb Jr. of Wisconsin, first call to mat 11. Which is actually mat 5 for these medal matches.
Hunter Taylor caught a little finger of the eye, got it figured out. 2:04 left in this match.
Even up 7-0, Hunter Taylor's not giving any position for Johnson to work. He's trying to control center, trying to stay active, and he looks like he's still trying to score.
He's got designs on a tech. Underhook and head position. Taylor.
Caleb Jr. of Wisconsin, second call to what is right now mat 5. Caleb Jr. Wisconsin, second call to mat 5.
Wrist control for Johnson. Underhook Taylor. Little over a minute to go. Hunter Taylor trying to become the 18th Fargo champ for Missouri in this division. He's well on his way. Oh, wow, amazing duck under.
Beautiful duck, and now he's working for his gut. It worked for him before, almost caught him in trouble in the first, but now he has it locked up.
Seems like when guys have that gut wrench going and then the leg comes in, like it appears like, oh, maybe we'll work this leg right now. It's usually just like, all right, I'm done. This is not going to happen. .32 left, and nice. That's that first attack from Dion that we've seen. Goes to a lace, not able to get it. Dion Johnson, we know he's had those attacks. That's really the first super committed attack he's taken. He's had a couple. The level change wasn't quite low enough that Taylor was able to down block, but converted that one really quickly.
He's going to need something big here in the last 10 seconds, but I think it's going to be Taylor still controlling the pace.
There it is, Hunter Taylor, big flex. He's pumped. Oh, now he's posing. He got a couple different poses in there. He knows where the photographers are, and that's smart. There's the hand raise. Congratulations to Hunter Taylor, the 18th junior freestyle champ from Missouri. And he looked good. And now this is a big one we got coming up here. Oh my gosh.
I almost forgot. With all that action, I almost forgot.
It's going to be a big one. We'll take a look at a replay first, and then we'll dive into 120. All right, here we go. Here's a replay, walkout. That smoke looks nice, and there's that gut wrench that Dion Johnson was able to avoid giving up the points. And there's a gut wrench that Taylor got. Dion Johnson's shot and looking for that lace. Wasn't able to get it. In the end, Hunter Taylor gets his hand raised, and good work by that young man. Now we've got a golden ticket on the line at 120 pounds, and in the red, it's Caden Horwath of Davison, Michigan. Davison Power Program in the state of Michigan. Actually, 2 Davison, Michigan wrestlers in the finals here tonight. Horwath and Josh Barr. And that's Nate Jezaroga, current #1 in the country from Iowa. Jezaroga didn't compete in this event last year. He was busy winning a bronze medal at the Cadet World Championships.
But now he's looking to go home with a stop sign.
Horwath also, he did compete here, but was injured, didn't have the success he wanted to. And now both guys on the big stage in one of the most anticipated matches of these finals.
Good, healthy club hand fight right now in the center.
Jezaroga has a pace that tends to wilt people, and his style is really well suited for freestyle, hand fight and pushing, driving forward, getting those step outs, which oftentimes opens up his leg attacks. Attention for that hand fight. Both these guys, so much success throughout their high school careers. Both Super 32 champs, Jezaroga in 2021, Horwath in 2020. Nice
Good
attack. There's that step out for Jezaroga.
the board with the
Great
step
damage
up
control
by
from
Horath.
Horath. Beautiful defense. His knee was all sort of twisted up, and he just kept that to one.
I've seen Horvath take injury time a couple of instances throughout this tournament due to that knee, but we'll see if that becomes a factor here.
Horvath controlling center very well.
Mentioned Horvath from a power program in Michigan. Jezroga, Southeast Polk, really tough. Iowa high school. It's a future potential Big Ten matchup as well. Horvath committed to Michigan. Jezroga committed to Iowa. Both guys staying in-state.
Both states should be excited about that. Excited to see them wrestle for many years.
Little shot attempt there from Horvath. Yeah, absolutely. Nice shot, Horvath.
Horvath in deep, circling, has leg up. Beautiful running it down on the edge.
2-1, Horvath takes the lead, 54 seconds left in the first period. Wow, attack off the whistle. Horvath disappeared on it.
Powerful snap. Jesser back on the leg.
Great job by Horvath, catching that wrist. Pulling the hands off the leg. I saw Horvath do that in his semifinal against Braden Davis. Davis was in super deep, and Horvath able to avoid danger a couple times.
20 seconds left in the first.
A little bit of a chess match here, but these guys not afraid to fire off good attacks.
Both have beautiful attacks. Previously shot from Horvath.
Saw Jezroga get that motion going, and you can hear the Iowa corner saying that's what we need. That's the kind of motion they want from him, is not just one attack, but get in there, start changing directions and moving things around. So far it's been one exchange at a time, and those kinds of flurries are the ones that I think could be the difference in the match, the ones right at the end of that period.
I think for the level these guys are wrestling at, it's not going to be a clean shot that's finished. It has to be probably a shot reshot or something.
If that's what ends up happening, I would love to see it. Neither of these guys are afraid of getting grimy with it. Man, that defense, but Jezroga sticking with it. And just like you said, it's not going to be a super clean finish, and Jezroga had to stick with it because Horvath kicking super hard to try to defend that takedown.
Horvath now locking up one leg. Looks like he almost has the second, but
back to their feet, 3-2. Yeah, Jezroga was close to getting those ankles together, wasn't able to capitalize, and Horvath takes injury time. The Iowa corner is going to give it to him for this. They don't like to see that. I mentioned earlier that this has been an issue for Horvath throughout the tournament, and there is no rule against injury time. You can take as much injury time as you want in freestyle, so.
We need some cold spray.
Yeah, this does feel a bit like a cold spray situation. They're taking a look at the knee, 2:33 left.
Second period. Good period, even though there's only been 20-something.
Good action in that period so far, absolutely. Jezroga timed that shot well. And before the match, I anticipated Jezroga maybe trying to work his hand fight and move Horvath around the mat, but that hasn't been the case. Instead, he's been attacking. And here's a replay of him. He gets in deep on that shot. Horvath turns in, nearly evaded, but Jezroga stuck with it, got to that second ankle, got the takedown, and now we're back to action. Wrestling from a knee, both guys, super low stance. Post from Jezroga. Jezroga mentioned bronze medal last year at the Cadet World Championships. He was close to making it back on that team this year. Fell in a best-of-3 series to Jax Forrest.
Wow. Beautiful finish.
Look for the lace. Oh, now it's a little tighter. Horwath kicking.
Great defense from Horwath.
Oh, wow, he gets it.
But gives up.
Man, Nate Jezeroka blows this match wide open. Horwath thinking about that knee again, and 9-2. People talk about Iowa style. You can hear the corner get to the center. That hustling mentality, that, you know, that mental warfare. They're preaching that to Jezeroka, who's future Hawkeye.
And Jezeroka doesn't look like he's going to want to settle for just a 7-point victory.
He's really feeling it right now.
And from his corner, you can hear them just telling him forward, forward, forward. Horwath just so quick with his foot.
Another attack on the edge. It's going to be a point for Jezeroka. 2 offered, actually, and 2 confirmed. It's 11-2. Jezeroka a point away from ending this match early. A minute left in the match. Two on one now, Jezeroka. Oh, to a leg.
Good scramble in the center. Jezeroka staying tough, staying on him. Will not let Horwath breathe at all. Caution in one.
Step out for the tech. Jezeroka 12-2. He is your national champion at 120 pounds, and Nate Jezeroka, he's going to go back to that mixed zone for an interview. He's going to get a golden ticket. He'll be invited to Who's Number One. Stop sign coming for Jezeroka as well. And you know what? Nate Jezeroka during the year has taken a couple losses, partly because this guy competes absolutely everywhere. He is in every major event, getting after it, laying it on the line. And even though he took a couple losses this year, he got it done here in one of the toughest brackets. And here's a replay. Got the guys running out. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this match afterwards. We got the replay, and there's the first attack that went out of bounds. Another shot. And there's that attack. Jezeroka went for this leg lace initially. Oh, that's not the right one, but there's that step out. And Jezeroka gets it done. What a performance by Nate Jezeroka. Just made really impressive work out of one of the toughest weight classes in this whole entire event. And now 126 pounds, Mason Gibson in the red. He's from Pennsylvania. Big hand slaps in the corner. He's wrestling Luke Stanich from New Jersey. Luke Stanich had a great win in the semifinals. He took out Aiden Valencia. He also took out Chris Coates in the quarters. Luke Stanich has been wrestling very well. Mason Gibson beat Coleman Nogel in his semi. And Shane Corrigan of Wisconsin in the quarter.
Great movement from Gibson. He's not taking any breaks. Nice. Trying.
Gibson spins out. Yeah, he has really good footwork. There are some matches where he maybe lets off the gas a little and doesn't attack, but when he gets to his attacks, he's super good. And now Stanich to the 2-on-1.
Like I said, in his quarters, his foot movement was perfect. Within 40 seconds, he had the guy skied up. Nice dump from Gibson.
4 offered, 2 offered, and only 2 confirmed. Yeah, good dump. Stanich did a good job not getting exposed. And Gibson now looking for a trapped
arm.
arm. He's got it. Is he going to get it?
Good parterre defense from Stanich.
Stanich's semi against Valencia, it was him hitting those dumps. And so both of them clearly have that attack in the arsenal.
Of course, I have to cheer for the Jersey guy.
See, there's that dump of Stanich that he got on
Zone.
Aiden Valencia, not able to finish yet on Gibson. Gibson with a whizzer.
Seatbelt, deep, hard whizzer from Gibson.
That was a good attempt at the dump, but Gibson reacted well.
Stanich staying on Gibson, gets his own takedown.
Great re-attack there. Stanich stuck with it.
He'll be a junior at Bishop McCourt Catholic High School. He did not compete in the 2022 season due to
Little eye
injury.
poke incident, but we're back to
2-2.
live.
21 in the Pennsylvania AA State Championship, and he is 17.
Luke Stanich was a New Jersey runner-up this year.
Stanich,
Ooh, go ahead.
sorry, in on a leg, bringing it up. But Gibson, great defense. Stanich has to come out, has both legs, and gets the takedown.
Mentioned Luke Stanich he was a runner-up this year in New Jersey, and man, it's, you know, in this Fargo final shows the depth of a single-class state like New Jersey. Mason Gibson, a runner-up at PIAA's 2 years ago. That was his freshman year. Gibson was a Fargo champ last year in Greco, third in freestyle. Short time left in this period.
Alabama has had one all-time champion and 12.
All right, interesting first period. Gibson with the opening takedown on the dump, then was able to defend Stanich's first dump attempt and gave up a re-attack and a second takedown. So down 4-2 at the break. Both these guys have the goods. This could go either way, and I'm excited for the second period.
I think Gibson has to get back to his motion. If he slows down and starts tying up, I think that's when he gets into trouble from Stanich.
Gibson, part of that Bishop McCourt program. Bo Bassett, Sam Herring, Jax Forrest, among others. 2-on-1 Stanich. That's where Stanich wants to be.
Stanich tough on those elbows. Gibson's trying to bounce.
Gibson trying to run around behind. Good job, Stanich, getting out of there.
Stanich controlling center well. Nice shot from Gibson. Countered. Now underneath Stanich.
Appears to be grounded action going out of bounds, and that's the call.
Team New Jersey,
4-2.
37 national champion.
Stanich continues to lead.
256 all-time medal winners.
Gibson trailing by 2, but the takedown would give him the lead on criteria.
Last champion
Nice
was
attempt
Will
from
Guida, 2018
Gibson, but gets
at
stuffed
106.
underneath.
And Michael Kalioko in 2018 also at 126. Guida was at
A couple hard
106.
ties there. Stanich continues to move forward and take ground.
Second period, 1:35 remaining.
See what Gibbs' go-to is. wrestling from open, but then comes into those collar ties and hand fight.
He comes into the collar tie. Stanage gets the over tie, and it seems like he's just muscling his way in and wins back and gets inside control for himself.
Underhook Gibson, and Stanage has been very aware of getting to that grounded position when he gets near the edge. Gibson gets 2, jumps
2
over,
points on
takes the lead.
board.
Man, really creative there. Stanage was
For
so
Mason
focused on
Gibson.
staying grounded as they were going out of bounds that he
tied
just kind of planted
4-4.
himself. Gibson able to jump over.
Gibson with the advantage.
And that gives him the criteria, so Stanage has to get on it. He has to get back to his dump or get back to his shot. Good shot.
Ooh, go behind
Re-attack.
attempt.
Drag.
Gibson's still holding the head, and now Stanage clears it, so it's 6-4.
2 points on the takedown. Stanage.
As soon as
We
Stanage
have
needed
a
to get a takedown, he
6-4
just started
bout.
taking ground, and that forced Gibson to take an attack that probably wasn't ideal. Go behind is the result, and Stanage leads 6-4, 35 seconds to go. Gibson adjusts that knee pad, coming back to the center. .25 hard ties from Gibson.
Let's see if Gibson can create any action here and get a score. He needs to do it clean. I think his best bet is from space, because anytime he's touching, shooting, he's getting stuffed underneath.
Less than 10. Gibson shoots. He's to the leg. Stanage pulling on that wrist. Gibson kicking him out of bounds. He's going to get 1. Oh, is he going to get 2? The clock is the question. 2 is offered. Right now, 1 is on the
2
board.
points awarded,
I believe
and
that
we've
2
got
was
a
confirmed. It was.
6-5
So it's
foul.
6-6. Mason Gibson currently the winner of this, but the direct's going to come in. They're going to take a look, and what they want to see is the clock. But this is very similar to that other situation on the edge where Gibson, just aware of the position, jumps over, and we're going to get a look at the replay, and what we need to see is the clock. The arena scoreboard is showing just a still frame, and
we're 6-6.
now
Criteria on Gibson.
they're going to take a look here. Gibson jumped over. Question is the time. All right, we're going to take another look here on our screen, and there's no clock here, so
But
that's
it's right there.
That's the key. Yep, 1 second appears to still be on the clock. Oh, man, when are they going to signal control? All right, we're taking a look on our screen here, too. See, 2 seconds, and it's slowed down. He goes limp arm. Is that control? It is so close. It's so close. He was to the angle, but the hip didn't hit until later. So, all right, we're taking it forward for you guys on our screen. And he goes limp arm, and there's 1 second there. Is that control? Man, it's really close. I think they may wipe this off. There, yeah, they've got it up on the arena. Yeah, right there. You can see. I mean, if that's control, Gibson wins the match. If they say the control doesn't happen until later, then he doesn't. But control on the edge oftentimes is a little bit different. And they're going to confirm it. So Mason Gibson gets the takedown at the end. Big flex. He's pumping his chest. And he gets it done. Massive, massive victory for Mason Gibson. Luke Stanage wrestled a great match. Those 2 sequences on the edge, really the difference. And there's Gibson. He's pumped up. Mason Gibson so close. Last year he lost in the semis, and now he's back. Clutch performance at the end.
Beautiful, beautiful. Both being smart about wrestling on the edge. Both of his scores that he needed to get, he got them right on the edge. No way for it to be any other way. Rolled out, he got it. He put him right to the edge, came around, got the 2 with 100th of a second left.
Yep, I do think that call is going to be questioned. People are going to ask for a long time. Was that 2? Was that not 2? And the thing about the edge wrestling is very often they're more likely to give 2 on the edge, or as they're going out of bounds than they are if not. If that was in the middle of the mat, would they give 2? I don't know. But on the edge, you see it more often than not. 132 pounds. This is a fun one. Clash of Styles. Cannon Webster of Illinois. He's going to be taking on Corey Land of Alabama. Land won the junior Hodge this year from Alabama. He's going to University of Northern Iowa next year. Cannon Webster, just finished his junior year. He'll be a senior next year. He's going to Illinois. This match, really interesting clash of styles. Corey Land, powerful. He's got upper body attacks, good hand fighter. Was a cadet world silver medalist in Greco. Webster, lanky, real scrambly. He has good leg attacks as well.
Cannon Webster wearing the red singlet from Washington, Illinois, ranked number 3 by Flo.
Both guys trying to control center. Little drag, almost spinning behind.
He was the 2022 Northern Plains Junior Regional Freestyle.
Both these guys have both their hands moving and their feet.
At the U20
Good motion there from Webster. He's able to move Corey Land around.
Webster's got him on the edge. Land's trying to move back.
And a 2020 2A state champion at 106 pounds. He's committed to the
Cannon Webster.
Illinois.
If he wins this match, he's going to get a golden ticket. He'll be invited to Who's Number 1, but he's got to win it first.
His opponent is Corey Land of Moody, Alabama. He's currently ranked 3rd in the country at 126. He took 6th in
No
this
score,
year's
first minute.
U20 Nationals.
Land looking to go drag.
Leg attack, but Corey Land catches that foot. Oh, now he goes dump. Nice little sequence there.
He's the 2022 national winner of the Dave Schultz High School Excellence Award.
And Land, Webster going to be warned for passivity, and he's going on the clock.
203-0 record. He will attend the University of Northern Iowa. Is 18 years old.
Northern Iowa got to be, oh man, nice little single leg attempt, and Webster's in deep. Land trying to set the corner.
Has the crotch lock.
This is tight from Land. Webster hipping in. Land close to the takedown. Webster still has that foot. Land now with a trap arm. 2 on the takedown. 2 on the exposure. He's going to go back the other way. Corey Land trying to end this match.
One more.
Corey Land, 11-0. Fargo champ gets that stop sign. He's pumped up.
11-0. Corey Land.
Alabama with the champ. They have 1 Fargo champ in their history. That's Sam Latona, current Virginia Tech wrestler, and now Corey Land making it number 2 for Alabama.
With a deadly trap arm gut.
Yeah, Cannon Webster was in on that leg attack, and he probably should have given up on it sooner than he did. He ended up with that arm stuck down by his waist and got trapped arm, and you don't want to give up a trapped arm gut to a cadet world silver medalist. There's that trap arm. Corey Land in the replay pointing to the Alabama flag on his singlet.
Beautiful flag of Alabama.
Beautiful flag.
Beautiful flag of Alabama.
You love flags.
Fun with flags.
Ryder Block of Iowa coming to the mat. He has looked really good, not just at this event, but also at junior duels. Block currently number 10 in the country, but he's racking up some incredible wins. He looked great last night in the semis against Pearson Manville, and now he's wrestling Ishmael Iob. Iob has had one of the better tournaments of anybody. He was unranked. He often is ranked, but was not ranked heading into this event. And man, he's had quite a hit list coming in here.
Quick shot from Iob with the seatbelt.
IOB has taken out in this tournament number 5 Zeke Seltzer, I think 15 Cam Catcherbone, and now trying to knock off number 10 Ryder Block.
The 2020 state champ at 106 as a freshman.
Both guys wrestling
He's
center, looking
committed
to
to
feel
wrestle
each
at
other
the
out.
University of Iowa.
Shot from space
He is
stuffed.
17 years old.
Ryder Block, gonna be a senior. He's going to Iowa next year, and
Ohio. He took third
Not
in this
next
year's
year,
Central
going
Junior
after his
Regionals
senior
in
year.
freestyle, and third in last year's Central Junior Regionals in Greco-Roman, while taking fourth in freestyle. Ishmael is a graduate
Block
of
he's looked great. He
High School.
won, unfortunately, it was by injury to fall against Emilio Isagare, but he looked good in that match. He Pearson Manville last night mentioned that one, and talking to people in that Siebold room. Oh, he's in a shot.
Sits him perfectly, right down, looks to jump to the gut.
Ryder Block getting the takedown and scoring
Can he
2.
get this gut?
Tough parterre defense from Iowa.
Block coming back to his feet. Talking to people in that Siebold room, sounds like when Drake Ayala graduated and moved on, that room needed a leader, and Ryder Block has been that guy. He's filled that void, and stepping into that role has, I think, elevated his own game.
Big shoes to fill.
May I have a Pennsylvania team
Absolutely.
leader to the head table, please?
With cow catcher, loses it, but to a shot, switches to a single, up on his feet.
Quad pod, can he get it down? Iob goes legs in. And this isn't, oh, he got the elbows down. There's the takedown, 2-2. Iob leads on criteria. Ishmael Iob didn't have the high school season he hoped for. I think he was 4th in the state of Ohio, but he looks pretty locked in now.
If you have a tough winter, make it up in the summer and make it to the Fargo finals.
Yeah, it probably helps a little.
30 seconds remaining.
30 to go in the first.
Period 1.
Takedown for each guy so far. Short time. Both guys change levels at the same time. And we're heading to the break.
At the break, it's 2-2.
Mentioned Iowa with their dominant performance at this event. They have 5 in the finals, already 1 champ in Jezeroga. Block trying to make it 2 for 2 so far.
They're just building their lead more and more. Maybe I'm not up to date on all the history of Fargo and team scores, but might have one of the biggest scores we've ever seen for a champ.
They may. I have no idea the historical scores, but 13 All-Americans, 5 in the finals, 11 in the top 4 guaranteed is pretty good.
Championship bout for the championship at 138 pounds.
Block needs a takedown or some score, any score. It's a little more calculated match than both these guys have had in the tournament. Both of them have opened up quite a bit. Big scores in most of their matches. Hard hand fight. Another hard tie. Iob gonna go on the clock. Oh, that was the first warning. Sorry, he's not on the clock.
I am still staying in good position, even though he has criteria. He's still staying and still wrestling the same way he was in the first. Moving his feet well, not letting Brock get too tied up with him. If he comes in deep, comes in on his own terms. But Brock, to a shot, sits him. Good defense here.
Ryder Block needs to work up on the single, and he's close to getting around behind. I trying to pull that arm out, but Block sits him to the hip, and it's 4-2 with 90 seconds to go. Now, Block had a lead earlier in the first, and goes for the gut, gets it. Goes back to the weight. Man, Parterre is such a differentiator.
If you get, just like the last match, it could blow the whole match apart.
10-2, one more will do it. In what was a nip and tuck match, now Ryder Block one gut wrench away from a stop sign, and he's close. Can he get it? There it is. What a summer for Ryder Block. He looks incredible. Block with his hand raised. Flex there, but I mean, not a crazy celebration. He looks like he fully expected this to happen.
He wasn't scared at all, even though he was down most of the match. But he got that one good shot, got on top, and ended it.
I think Block really believes in his pace, and that pace doesn't always mean points right away, but that if he sticks with it, that those are going to come. Holds up that stop sign. Iowa right now 2 for 2 in the finals, and we get a little replay of that action. Chop from Block. First takedown so clean, and then IOP's attack was nice too. There's that single. Block had to really fight for this. Sat that hip down and then went to work on top.
He wasn't giving IOP any space to get any type of scramble going. He stayed strong and tight in there the whole time and was just gutting it through until he got the gut.
He wasn't letting that gut wrench go either once he started. 145-pounders coming to the mat. We saw Brock Mantanona win a title yesterday. Now his brother Bo trying to get it done. From California, 145 pounds. He nods, he's pumped. He's gonna be taking on Kyle Dutton of Missouri. Bo Mantanona, gonna be a senior next year. He's committed to Michigan. Kyle Dutton gonna be a freshman next year at Arkansas Little Rock. Hard ties there from Dutton and gets a go behind. He goes up 2-0.
Good parterre defense from Man.
I believe Brock Mantanona may have given up the first points in the final. If not, he did in the semi. Man, wow, nice takedown again from Dutton.
Right back to that gut wrench and gets it through.
And caution and one offered, but White paddled. So 6-0, Dutton leads. Dutton very much in control, but you can never count the Mantanona brothers out. They have pinning potential.
That snap down go behind is deadly.
2 offered, 2 confirmed. It's 8-0. Dutton looking for a turn from parterre.
Kyle Dutton is from Liberty, Missouri, and is a 3-time Missouri State champion from a Liberty High School.
Just a little over a minute into this match, Kyle Dutton already with an 8-0 lead, and he has wasted no time on these attacks.
This year's Missouri Junior Freestyle champion for Missouri State.
Same thing, snap down, go behind, same position he was just in.
He's committed to the University of Arkansas, Little Rock, and is 18 years
Leg trying to come
old.
in, and no takedown. Mantanona, good adjustment there. Dutton elevates. 2 blue offered and confirmed. And that's it, 10-0. Kyle Dutton, big flex. He's pumped up, and hey, if you're an Arkansas Little Rock fan, you gotta be really fired up to get this Fargo champ in that room. Big things happening. Arkansas Little Rock, a lot of their recruiting class this year had a lot of success, especially in that postseason. Just saw these guys jumping levels. Kyle Dutton on the big stage in Fargo, getting the stop sign. Good work from him. The second Fargo champ from Missouri
Replay's
so
coming.
far today. Got a replay coming at you. Both these guys running out. Man, the whole match was basically a replay length match.
Minute
Dutton,
30.
yeah, he got right to those attacks, got to his turns. And there's that last exposure on the shot. Big flex. Pumped up, and you know, you love to see a high school kid who sticks with it this long and then comes out for Fargo even after he's graduated and gets it done. Cody Chittum of Tennessee stomps on the mat on the big stage. Chittum has yet to win a Fargo title in his career, and he wants one. That's why he's here. He'll have Ty Whalen in New Jersey, who's super tough.
I called his semifinal, and he looked very clean with all of his shots. It was a little back and forth, but he stayed tough. It'll be a very interesting match.
Ty Whalen, number 7 in the country. He's headed to Princeton in the fall. Chittum, still one more year of high school. He's ranked number 2 at 152.
Chittum, crackdown position. Whalen trying to come around with that crotch lock.
Head underneath for Chittum. Whalen gets the 2. Whalen looked for that gut wrench, wasn't able to get it, and Whalen, oh, he's got the Princeton logo on the inside of the shoes with the tiger stripes on the Nike logo. You don't see Cody Chittum trail in too many matches, but he's down 2-0 here. Hard snaps from Chittum, known for his pace, and goes to that front head. It's a pretty good head pinch. And that's whistled dead.
Whalen staying tough here. Shot on the edge, chest strap.
And 4 offered. 4 and 1 is going to be that sequence. 4 on the chest wrap for Chittum and 1 on the reversal, so it's a 4-3 score.
Right after you mentioned how good his chest wrap is, he hits it for 4.
It's good. All the points so far coming on Chittum attacks. First sequence was Chittum's shot that Whalen was able to score on. See what kind of offense Whalen brings.
Front headlock for Chittum.
See if he goes head pinch or if he looks go behind. And he tried to whip him over, now goes behind. 6-3. Chittum wrestles an ultra physical style. Super high pace. And gut wrench now, Whalen posting. Whalen trying to impose his will a little bit, just even in the positions as they're coming up to their feet. Chittum tries to run through it. Oh, he's going to get his step out.
Chittum just so powerful.
Wow.
Nice throw by with to the gut with the transition. One more and ends it with 7 seconds.
Gut wrench at the end of the first period. Cody Chittum, Fargo champ, holds up #1. And Cody Chittum's gonna get a golden ticket when he goes back to that interview area. He's wrestled at Who's Number 1 before. In 2020, he beat Wyatt Henson. Was injured last year, so didn't have the opportunity, but will be invited again at 152 pounds, and he's fired up. Chittum doesn't show a whole lot of emotion, but you saw him, just a glimpse of it there at the end of the match.
A little taste.
There he is. A lot of questions about Cody Chittum's college home. He's a Minnesota commit, but has been taking some visits and may open that back up. Take a look at the replay. Chittum looked like he almost threw that stop sign off the stage. And the guys are walking out. And it's that first attack. Waylon was able to turn this into 2 points for him. But then there's that chest wrap for 4 right into the camera. You love when they do that. Chittum took him off the mat, and then here's the final sequence. One gut wrench, and the second one is the one that ended it in the first period. There it was. Cody Chittum with the hand raise. Congratulations, good work. And this match, I am super excited about. Aiden Riggins, the third Iowa finalist we've seen this afternoon. He's coming to the mat, and he's taking on Nico Ruiz of California, who you'll see in just a second. In the blue, Ruiz and Riggins currently number 4 and number 5 in the country. They just met at U20s in the consolation rounds. It was a 10-8 match. Riggins was in on the what would be the winning shot in the final 10 seconds. Ruiz was able to defend, but we saw a whole lot of points and a really close match that could have gone either way. Nico Ruiz won it last time. If Ruiz can win it again, he'll get a golden ticket.
Nice shot from Riggins to the single, brings it up in the center, has plenty of room.
Riggins looking for a cradle. Can he? Oh man, Ruiz posted, but for a second there, it seemed like maybe Riggins could look for a fall.
4 confirmed.
Stalemated. Nico Ruiz does a bunch of unconventional stuff. He gives you a feel that you're not going to get very often. Ruiz, part of that Monster Garage training situation out in California. Ruben Valencia.
Riggins back on that single. Ruiz with the tight wizard. But Riggins just powering up.
Aiden Riggins going to the University of Iowa in the fall. One last high school event before he heads on his way. Riggins to the single. He's locked on it.
Same position. Can Ruiz keep that hips down? Keep heavy. He's tying up that wrist, which is giving Riggins a hard finish for it. And blown dead back to the center.
Wrist control, Ruiz. Ruiz to a single, and this time Riggins the one with the whizzer. Ruiz goes body lock. Riggins hard shoulder pressure. Ruiz threatened that cow catcher, came out on top, and it's 4-2. These matches have tended to go back and forth. Nico Ruiz is in an absolute battle in his semifinal with Braden Scholes, and you see Riggins to the shot. Riggins locked in that single. He tried to peek his head out the opposite side.
That's Riggins' 4th single, and Ruiz has an answer each time, hasn't scored, except the opening takedown.
Ruiz trying to pull him down. Front head position, 23 to go. Ruiz wants that go behind. Riggins holding on to the elbow. Now drops to the wrist. Ruiz gonna get this, I believe. He's close to it. Riggins, all he has is the wrist, but yeah, there's the takedown. Ruiz takes down Riggins at the break, so it's 4-2. Or excuse me, 4-4. Yeah, 4-4 is the score. Ruiz with that takedown at the end of the period gives him the lead on criteria.
Riggins is getting in on that single, but he has to just figure out how to get and finish, because Ruiz's hips are just not letting him score.
There's Nico Ruiz getting some instruction from Ruben Valencia. Guy's been in the corner for a lot of high-level matches. 4-4. Riggins needs to score. Shot Riggins. He's deep. Pretty good angle here, but that wizard of Ruiz has been tough to beat. Trip for Riggins. Couldn't get it. Ruiz, man, so tricky. Turns it into his shot.
Cross lock for Riggins, but Ruiz.
2 red offered and 2 confirmed. 2-2 was this call there. So it's going to be 6-6. Ruiz still in the lead. And Ruiz corner challenge. I don't know why. Ruiz had a bar half going, and Ruben Valencia asking for 2-2. That was the call.
Is he asking for 4?
I mean, there's no situation where that was 4. So they're going to take a look at it, and we got an angle of their replay. But I think Valencia is going to give the lead back to Riggins with this challenge. So it was called 2-2 on the mat.
I think he wants
Just
2.
2? He wants just 2 for Ruiz instead of 2 for Riggins and 2 for Ruiz.
I think he wants 4 for Ruiz, but with a 2-2.
I mean, it's really...
So takedown, then exposure, and then...
okay.
So that's going to be Ruiz's exposure. And then I think he was asking for an exposure on blue. Yeah,
I don't think he's getting 4 points. I think he's going to give the lead back to Riggins, but we'll see. All right, let's take another look at this situation. So Riggins kind of pulls him through, and then Ruiz stops him. And see what the officials decide. They're looking at it on the big screen, and it's going in super slow motion. I don't think that's what the officials really need to see. That's what the officials wanted, was that super slow-mo, so we'll see what they decide. They're having a good long conversation about it. You like to see thoroughness.
Check, recheck, double check, triple check.
Yeah, they're, you know, they are. They're checking.
Red initiates an action, takes blue to danger for 2 points. Blue win, hold red to danger. 2 red, 2 blue. Challenge off.
Challenge lost, so that's another point for red. So Aiden Riggins now in the lead. Ruiz had the lead, and now Ruiz needs to score with 2:05 left. Man, I still can't get over how Riggins was in on that shot, and Ruiz got it to his own leg attack.
Great hit from Ruiz, but like you said before in the beginning, when you wrestle him, it's the only time you ever get a look of how he wrestles. No one gives you that feel.
1:46 left, second period. Riggins has been on the leg a lot this match. And with the lead, if he gets to that leg and stays safe, he may eat up a bunch of clock. But you can't be thinking about a clock this early in the match. Oh, Ruiz thinking about a chest wrap. Seatbelt whizzer. Another hard tie from Riggins. Riggins controlling that wrist. Now Ruiz controlling the wrist. Go behind attempt, he's got it. 8-7, Nico Ruiz takes the lead. And Riggins tries to hip over, but they may give more points on the exposure here for Ruiz. Nothing so far. Eight, 7, 46 seconds to go. Starting to become reminiscent of their last meeting where Riggins trailed late, had to go get one. Ruiz punches himself twice in the legs. Shot Riggins. Elevates it. Ruiz turned this into his tag last time. Oh, trip for 4. Aiden Riggins. 11-8, and he's coming back up. 25 to go. Ruiz locked through the crotch. Can he lift? Is that going to be 4 blue? 4 blue. 12-11. This match is insane.
What is going on right now?
Brick comes in, and Ruiz still wrestling. Action whistle dead. So there's going to be 7 seconds left when we come back, and I believe Nico Ruiz is going to get another point on a failed challenge, because that looked like 4 points to me.
For this match, you've been on par for the challenges, so I think that is going to be a failed challenge.
Man, that was such a crazy sequence. I hope we get another look, and I'm sure we'll get a look at what the officials are seeing. But Riggins with that single leg, and Ruiz previously with his leg way elevated, dropped to the leg, grabbed it, turned it into his own shot. This time, he tried the same thing, and Riggins was able to trip it. And we're going to get a look at this second sequence. So this is after Riggins 4. And I think this was actually after the 4-pointer. No, here it comes. So, well, that was the spot in on the shot. All right, we're taking a look at another angle here. Yeah, there we go. That's the shot. If it would be just a second or two before, you could see kind of how Ruiz initiated it. But I think the refs got it right on the mat. There's not a huge risk in challenging, because if you give it up, Riggins still needs to take down. All right, so here's how it is. Riggins is here. Ruiz is going to pull him up. And it's up on the big screen. Pulls him up, elevates. Again, thorough officiating. And they're sorting through the paddles. They got a score in mind. Oh, now they're not sorting through the paddles. Nico Ruiz competing for a golden ticket here. Aiden Riggins trying to keep Iowa perfect thus far in the finals. And they may have taken a look, and here we go. It's up on our big screen. We can see, but to me, it's very clearly 4 because Riggins is doing everything he can to keep that shot on the mat. Ruiz not only pulls him up off the mat, but then elevates for the 4. And here's the replay. We're getting on our screen, and boom, those 4 points. The only thing maybe is maybe they'll say 2. Maybe they say it didn't elevate all the way, but I think it's going to be 4 confirmed. They're gonna call the whole thing. So the Riggins trip. The Iowa corner is going nuts. They want this overturned so bad. every time the officials grab a paddle, we think we know what we're gonna, what's gonna happen, and then they start to talk about it again.
I think it's a lost challenge.
I do too. Oh, come on, microphone. Don't fail us now.
Red has the leg, never lets go of the leg, initiates the action and takes blue to danger. 4 red.
Oh, wow. So they called that 4 for Riggins. I'm really surprised. I don't see it, but Riggins currently leads 15-8. I didn't see it. And what they said on the microphone was that Riggins had the leg, and that's why he got those points. And that's it. Aiden Riggins, Fargo champ. Iowa so far perfect in the finals. Big flex. Future Hawkeye Aiden Riggins. He was on this stage last year, didn't get it done. This year he does. Congratulations to him. Wild match. Weird sequence at the end.
Crazier than their last match.
Yeah, even crazier than their last one. And I'm sure there may be somebody out there who agrees with the call. I'd love to hear an explanation. I'd love to hear more about it.
Because of that, Riggins was building up, I thought he said, because he was...
Well, yeah, I guess Riggins was trying to keep all his weight on the ground, and then Ruiz picked him up. But, I'll have to go back and look at it again. It's going to take us to 170 pounds. And this is another really good final coming up. By the way, I mentioned Iowa. They're 3 for 3 in the final so far. Unfortunately, they cannot go 5 for 5 because they're meeting head-to-head at 220. Here's that replay once again, and to me that looked like Riggins was along for the ride. £170, Josh Barr from Michigan coming to the mat. He's wrestling really well lately. Going to be a senior, going to Penn State.
His opponent in the blue team, Pennsylvania,
I had Welsh in the semis, and he was just a tank.
Total beast. Both these guys are. Rocco Welsh and Josh Barr. Probably going to be competing for a long time. Rocco Welsh going to Ohio State. He's from Pennsylvania. Barr going to Penn State from Michigan. Nice shot, Barr.
Heavy, heavy hips from Welsh.
This match, golden ticket on the line. Welsh and Barr were in the same bracket at the U20 trials. Barr finished 3rd, Welsh finished 4th, but that's a match where the finals is the best of 3 series, so they didn't wrestle for 3rd and 4th.
Nice attempt from Barr for a throw by, doesn't get it.
Barr warned for passivity, just the first warning. Welsh bleeding, so they're gonna try to clean that up. Yeah, so that U20 trials is confusing, but the winner of the tournament goes on to wrestle a best of 3 against the winner of the US Open U20. So there is no 3rd, 4th place match. The 2nd place finisher in the tournament gets 3rd. The 3rd place finisher in the tournament gets 4th. All right, getting a text from our man Brock Height about that last match. He says that Riggins started driving his feet. He drove his feet to start the motion. I will have to go back and look at that again. Because if that's true, then it's the right call. And I believe our man Brock Height. He doesn't steer me wrong.
Brock knows his stuff. I know
He
he's
does.
been around for a long time.
Are you calling Brock Height old?
Everyone's old now.
Rocco Welsh, we're from the Ham fight. Both these guys so good. They've been in big matches like this a lot in their careers. And now passivity against Welsh. Both guys have been warned.
Heavy collar ties. Hard hand fighting for both guys in the center. Barr tying up those wrists, but both trying to tie up each other's wrists as well.
Josh Barr had one of the more exciting high school regular seasons this year. He had Manny Rojas in his state, and he moved up from 160 to take on Manny Rojas. They met 3 times. Rojas won the first, Barr the next 2. But one of the better in-state rivalries of all of high school wrestling last year.
Welsh on the clock, 10 seconds down.
Shot clock just about out. Going to be a point on the board for Josh Barr. .20 left in the period. Positional battle, Ham fighting, and neither guy giving an inch.
Two minutes of just a hard hand, or 3 minutes, excuse me, of a hard hand fight from both guys.
Both these guys with elite club level coaches in their corners. Paul Donahoe talking with Josh Barr. Jody Stripmatter giving Rocco Welsh some encouragement. Both these guys at who's number 1 last year. Welsh was there at 170, Barr at 160.
Good shot from Barr.
Oh, wow, Welsh exposed him. Man, Welsh has found something in this position. Exposure, and then gets that step out, 3-1. Welsh with an eye poke. His eye seems okay.
Barr looking to wrestle on the outside for a half second. Welsh in on the shot.
One offered, two offered, two confirmed. 5-1. Rocco Welsh in the lead. 2 minutes left. Josh Barr's got to figure something out here. First period was nothing but hand fighting. Second period, we've seen a lot more action. Now Barr gets to his shot. Locked on the single.
Good defense here from Welsh.
Barr around behind. It's 5-3. Man, Barr gave up a couple takedowns. Not panicked. Just got right back to his attack. Even though he was exposed on that shot last time, and it's 5-3.
Barr, I think, does better a little bit from space. The hand fight, the hard clubs aren't where he's scoring right now. This is where Welsh can stay safe and can hold on to it and keep his lead.
Shot again from Barr. Good angle, good adjustment. Welsh pulls it up. 45 seconds left. Attention, Welsh. Barr sticking with this attack. Cuts across, he gets two. Josh Barr with the lead at 5-5 on criteria, 25 seconds to go. Can Barr get an exposure here? He's going to. He's just gonna hold it here. Josh Barr is gonna stay in this position. If Welsh says he's injured, then the match is over. That's the new rule. So Welsh fights off. And another point for Barr makes it 8-5. Josh Barr down, needed a takedown. He got that and a turn and a step out. Josh Barr, he's your winner at 170 pounds. He's gonna get a golden ticket. Little pose for the cameras. Awesome work by Josh Barr.
That was a great match for Barr. I think he went to his corner. They realized he was not scoring from that tie-up. Welsh, top hand fighter in that clinch. And as soon as he started breaking away, getting to his fakes, I would imagine his coach was saying fakes, 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 and it proved to give him the win. That was a beautiful second period for him.
Great second period. Good action. I'm gonna take a look at that, and man, so much of the action happened in that second period. There's the walkout. Barr's first attack ended up in Welsh points. There's that step out. Welsh post double, ran through it, got two, but then it was Barr. Go behind takedown there. And then here's that last sequence. He just didn't give up on it, got the takedown, and then split the legs, cross-faced it, and there's the pose.
Mirasola.
182 pounds, Connor Mirasola of Wisconsin coming to the mat. He's gonna be taking on AJ Haig of Oklahoma.
His opponent
Mirasola's had a great spring. He's number 4 in the country. AJ Haig, number 7. Been wrestling really well too. Both these guys had pretty tough paths through the bracket. Mirasola beat Tate Noctiborin in the semis, and AJ Haig took out Ryder Rogatsky.
Both seem to be feeling each other out in the center. Haig controlling center a little bit better.
AJ Haig, an Oklahoma commit, but has recently transferred to Stillwater High School. Hard tie there, Haig. Attack there from Mirasola. Haig mentioned Oklahoma commit. He's going to be a senior. Mirasola just going to be a junior.
Shot from space from Haig. Mirasola, excuse me. Good hips from Haig. Building back up to his feet. Doesn't give up an inch.
Mirasola going on the clock. Shot Mirasola. Haig pretty tough to score on. Oh, Mirasola going upper body. Mirasola runs through it. Can he get this lace to go? And they're out of bounds. 2-0. Mirasola, great timing on that attack. Connor Mirasola, part of that Aspen Wrestling Academy. AWA also had a Fargo champ at this weight class in 16 and under, Aiden Sinclair. Haig now hit for passivity, first time. Haig tried to run through that double, but Mirasola down block.
Mirasola controlling center now, just has 30 seconds left to go into the break with the lead.
Shot Mirasola. Haig catches this one coming in. Haig looking for that front head, but Mirasola pulling on that elbow. Time runs out. Head to the corners. Mirasola over there with Aspirin and Metzenbrink. Max Aspirin. Ethan Kyle and Joe Smith talking to AJ Haig. It was the well-timed double leg of Mirasola that put the 2 points on the board. Haig pulling with both hands on the head. That's an attention. Shot from Mirasola.
Haig ready for it. Good hips, but Marisola powers him to the edge.
One offered, white paddled, and one confirmed. It's 3-0. Marisola able to run Haig out of bounds there.
Haig needs to get to his attack. Marisola doing a good job of controlling center still and keeping his hand fight and a threat.
Haig's had some good, he's created some good reactions and some good motion off the hand fight, level change, but hasn't been in deep yet.
He's not getting the bite he wants from Marisola, I think, on those fakes. And
Haig looking for an opening, coming forward, trying to dig that underhook off the collar tie. Good little flurry there from Haig. Despite the flurry though, still not able to find the opening he wants. Seconds left in this match.
Marisola holding strong with a 3-point lead. Seems to give Haig all types of fits, not being able to score, not being able to really get anything going. Haig not even having a really good lock on a leg this whole match.
Ten seconds left. Marisola circles. Hard tie from Haig. And Connor Marisola gets that takedown in perfect position. AJ Haig couldn't do anything about it in this one. 3-0, Marisola gets the win, and that's a Fargo champ for Wisconsin. Fargo now, or Wisconsin now 23 champs all time in this division. They had one last year. Ben Kozinski got it done at heavyweight. Marisola gets the stop sign, and we'll get a look at that beautiful leg attack, I hope. And here comes the walkout. Both guys confident, and Haig and Marisola is going to time this attack right here. Runs through that low double. There's the step out. And that was all the scoring. And other than that, it was Marisola holding excellent position, getting it done.
Merrill.
195-pounders are up. It's Cody Merrill in the red. He's had an outstanding tournament. He's taking on Rylan Rogers in the blue. Rogers currently sitting at number 3 in the country at 195.
Another Idaho guy.
Yep, that's right. Rylan Rogers going to Michigan. Should be a freshman next year. Cody Merrill has taken out a number of ranked guys already. Michael Delegata, Hayden Walters, Wyatt Volker. Trying to add one more to the hit list in Rylan Rogers. Cody Merrill, really good hand fighter and keeps good position, tough to score on. He can threaten upper body as well. He was in the Fargo finals last year in freestyle, 16U, lost to Gabe Arnold, and then bumped up a weight and won it in Greco.
Both guys still seem like they're trying to feel each other out.
Rogers with that 1-0 lead. Minute into the match. First warning for passivity goes against Cody Merrill. Merrill was in a great match in the semis with Wyatt Volker. Needed a takedown late. Got stuck underneath on a double and just ran and ran and ran through it until he got it. And now Rogers looking for that shot. Merrill chest wrap. Oh, that's head pinch. Rogers pulling on that elbow.
Merrill staying strong, waiting, timing it. His go behind. Circling, running.
Rogers keeping that elbow. That elbow gave him just enough to swim that right arm out and block the legs. Rylan Rogers, not the biggest 195-pounder, but hadn't cut a lot of weight throughout his career. Believe he'll probably spend some time at 184 in college.
Merrill on the shot clock. 10 seconds gone by. Good hard hand fight for both wrestlers.
There's that point for the shot clock. It's 2-0 now. Rogers in the lead. One zero on the board. 5 seconds left. I believe that first point was like a phantom point, wasn't supposed to be up.
I think that is true. I was going along with it.
I was confused. It was like I looked up in a minute in, I'm like, I don't know, did I miss a step out? These are long days, could happen, but yeah.
Allegedly, it's Tuesday.
That was a phantom point. So it's 1-0 after that step out, or excuse me, after the shot clock. There's Rylan Rogers on the screen, coming back for the second period, up just 1-0. Cody Merrill has become pretty comfortable in tough matches, or tight matches, close matches throughout his career. And he creates some real problems if you're attacking, so guys aren't going to open up on him a ton. Make for some real chess matches. 2:30 left. And now Rogers going on the activity clock. Post looks for that single. Merrill looking for the go behind. And Merrill gonna get it. Goes one way then the other, and it's 2-1. And Merrill still, or Rogers still on that shot clock, so Merrill potentially gonna get another point unless Rogers can score in the next 9 seconds. Good. 3-1 now.
Good front headlock. Same position, still running it down, but that arm's coming up of Rylan. Drops his single. Needs to shelf it up here.
There's a takedown. Cody Merrill extends his lead, 5-1. What a tournament for this guy. Daniel Cormier in the corner, encouraging Merrill to keep going. Shot from Rogers. Rogers extremely technical, really good in flurries and scrambles, but Merrill just such good baseline defense. Rogers hadn't been able to get to any kind of position like that. Minute to go. Another shot from Rogers, and Merrill stops it. Stalemated. 51 seconds left.
.45 left. Both guys wrestling tough in the center. I want to see if Rylan.
Shot from Rylan Rogers, close as he's been. Merrill still
His
hips
hips.
in.
Nothing fancy, just front headlock, go behinds, big hips, stop big shots.
Looking for another one now. Locks up, close lock in McCradle, and another go behind, 7-1. .15 seconds left. Cody Merrill has put together an outstanding finals match here and an amazing tournament. Took out Michael Delegata, took out Cole Mirasola, took out Hayden Walters, took out Wyatt Volker, and now he's taking out number 3, Rylan Rogers. Big flex from that young man, and he looks outstanding. Cody Merrill with the hand raise. California gets a champ. Gonna run over, shake hands, and get his stop sign. Fired up. Daniel Cormier coaching a Fargo champ in the corner. Good for him. Merrill holding up the number 1. He's climbed a whole lot in the rankings, that's for sure. We'll get a replay, and what you're going to see here, if you're just tuning in, is a whole bunch of Cody Merrill go-behinds. Shot from Rogers, and Merrill just able to snap, go one way, then the other, and pick up the 2. There's Merrill finishing that attack. Another go behind. Got it done, 220 pounds. We got a couple of Team Iowa wrestlers coming out. In the red, it's Colby Franklin. And in the blue, it's gonna be Bradley Hill. Franklin going to Iowa next year.
His opponent in the blue, also from Team Iowa, Bradley Hill.
Both guys committed to Iowa. Oh.
Nice 4-pointer for Bradley Hill. He takes the early lead. He's got a gut wrench locked up. Yes, both these guys are going to Iowa. Colby Franklin spent the first half of his senior year at Wyoming Seminary in Pennsylvania, then moved to Iowa midway through. Underhook for Franklin. This is the first time I've ever heard a techno version of the Chariots of Fire theme song.
It's it's a long tournament, so they're getting a lot of different types of music and a lot of variations.
The Chariots of Fire are normally set to like slow motion, so throwing it on a techno beat, it's an innovative move. 4-0 Hill off the strength of that early attack.
It's not Eminem's Lose Yourself again and again.
That's
so.
true.
Shot.
Yep.
Shot from Hill. Stuffed under by Franklin. Big hips from Franklin, but builds up. Does Hill, gets the body lock.
Man, both guys were looking at the out of bounds, and Hill just stopped, made an adjustment, and went up 6-0. Halfway through the first period. Attack there from Hill. Franklin pressures in, and Colby Franklin's semi, it was a matter of him just, enforcing his will in the hand fight and the positional battle. So somebody like Hill who's able to attack and then convert, that's not ideal for Franklin.
Both guys are battling hard in the hand fight in the center. Shot from Hill, but big hips from Franklin. Can Franklin score here with a go behind? And he does. He gets on the board with 2, with 30 seconds left. But can he turn, or is he going to go back to his feet?
Stalemate, 22 to go. 6-2 in the first. And they're going to their corners. This Iowa on Iowa battle, and the most possible champs Iowa could have ended up with today was 4. They're going to get 4, one way or the other. Bradley Hill getting some instruction from TJ Seabolt. Man, TJ Seabolt has had a day. I saw a tweet yesterday that wrestlers from TJ Seabolt's club have scored more than second place California. Hill trying to run through another attack.
Franklin staying in good position, controlling center right now. Working Hill to the danger zone.
The Kenny Loggins area. Franklin thinking about a chest wrap. Dueling underhooks, but Franklin moving forward. Two minutes left. Now Hill moving forward.
Now Hill, pushing Franklin to the danger zone, but Franklin circles in, reshot. Getting trapped underneath, nice go behind. Clean for Franklin, he's only within 2.
Good job by Franklin going one direction then the other, and it gets a little harder to keep up as this match wears on if you're the guy underneath. Another go by, oh, nothing yet. Man, good adjustment there by Hill.
Power from Franklin here, getting to his feet.
Wow.
Big 4 confirmed for Hill. But gives up the 1. Franklin down by 5.
Franklin had that lace lock just not tight enough. He's got a minute to go, down by 5, 10-5. Under a minute left. Franklin coming forward. Over under body lock. He's been in that over under body lock a lot, and if there were ever a time to go for it, the throw from there, it will be now. 25 seconds left.
Franklin has to go big here.
Gets to the leg. Can he finish and get to a lace? There's the finish. He needs a couple laces here. 5 seconds left. Bradley Hill points to the corner. Man, he's fired up. That's a Fargo champ. 4 champs for Iowa. Hill wins at 10-7. That was a good match. It was the 2 big exposures for Hill that were the difference in the end. And these guys are going to have some battles in the room, I have a feeling.
A lot more wrestling between these 2 to come. Just starting it off. Good place to start it off is the Fargo finals.
Sure is, and we won't get to watch many of their goes after this. Probably they'll be in the room, but pretty good. This going to take us to the replay, so we'll see big boys walk out. Here's that 4-pointer for Bradley Hill that started things off, and Franklin kind of took the momentum after that. But then there's another one, another 4-pointer for Hill. He's fired up, points at the camera, and I still just cannot get over the performance by Iowa this year. They've won 16U girls, and they have dominated junior men's freestyle. And we got our heavyweights coming to the mat. A couple guys that have had really strong performances of late. Aiden Attal has been great for Idaho. He is their 4th of 4 finalists. He finished 4th at U20 World Team Trials. Looked great doing it. And he'll be wrestling Dylan Johnson of Illinois. Johnson was 7-0. 7-0 at junior duels, had some really good wins there. And these 2 guys are new into the rankings in the most recent set for the first time. Attal sitting at 11, Johnson at 12. And both these are guys that I think are going to be high impact at this weight class in their coming years. Attal going to be a senior, Johnson just going to be a junior. Aiden Attal is a freestyle and Greco specialist. Trains with Coach Ivanov up there in Idaho.
Good hand fight right now. Good movement from Johnson in on the edge.
2 offered and confirmed. And Johnson takes a 2-0 lead.
Nice drag to that single. Brings it up on the edge again. Right on the edge. Perfect to get another 2 and go up 4-0.
Caution and 1 also offered but not confirmed. Johnson with nice crisp setups to attacks.
to Illinois Junior Freestyle
Johnson has some
States.
really nice fakes, even though they're not too over the top, they still get a good reaction.
Elbow control there for Johnson. Aiden Natal was in the Fargo finals last year. Fell to Ryan Boersma. He's trailing, but he's still in this, and he keeps a pretty good pace, so if the scoring slows, he may be able to find his openings later on. Hard snap there, Tao. To the leg, and oh man. Johnson able to avoid going out of bounds. The Tao's still attacking, and he's gonna get one on the step out. And you see Johnson taking a couple big, deep breaths after that. That was a lot of output for guys that maybe don't get great gas mileage.
Johnson tying with that wrist. Back to his fakes. I think that's where he needs to stay. Too much movement from Natal, and he's getting in trouble. So to keep this 4-1 lead and to extend it, he's got to get back to his fakes. Back to maybe something big.
.41 seconds to go. Tao is so good at the positional battle. He's gonna get another one.
Caution.
See if they offer a caution. No caution offered. It's, oh man, drops to a slow single, but Johnson's good from here.
Too much hips.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the best tactical decision. Tao was getting a ton of mileage out of that positional hand fight and driving Johnson off the mat. Tao taking so much ground. Oh, Johnson, nice job that time on the edge.
They're in the danger zone. Johnson moving good.
Action grounded, and the period comes to a close. 6-2 at the break. And Johnson a little slow taking those deep breaths. If this comes down to a battle of gas tanks, Tao may have the advantage, and he's been great at controlling the center of the mat and figuring that out. And I think that's his bread and butter. If he's able to get a couple more step outs, you may see a caution M1, and that may give us, you know, that may give him the chance to find an attack. And Dylan Johnson getting instruction from Illinois corner.
I think that's a good idea. Tao has to work for the step outs, has to work for something, but he took a couple shots and they didn't work out.
Too much sweat on these guys for this official's liking, and as Tao continues to, if he can continue to get a couple step outs, and he gets them easy, then you may start seeing that cautions come, and then it'll be Johnson's. You know, Johnson will have to take some risks, but Johnson hasn't been getting pushed around completely. He did right at the end of the period reverse the direction on Tao's hand fight. Nice drag there, Johnson.
Tao, good underhook.
Man, when Tao takes ground, he takes so much of it at a time.
Shot attempt from Johnson.
Close to the edge. Good reaction there, and one offered. And one confirmed, 6-3. Whistle blows, and Tao immediately takes a couple steps forward. Already nearly has Johnson in the zone. Shot attempt there from Johnson, and Tao, oh, he's gonna get 4. 7-6, and every time they go out of bounds, Johnson a little slower to get back up.
Now it's out in the driver's seat with Johnson, who does not seem to have much left in his gas tank.
The question now is, will Atau change his strategy? I don't think he should, because we saw at the beginning of the match when Atau's not getting to that hand fight, Johnson has good attacks like this. Now Atau pulls him into that front headlock. Can he snap him down? Atau's been working really hard too, though, so he may be ready for a pace that's not quite as high as what he's been maintaining.
Step out won't do it for Johnson. He needs it to take the lead.
Yeah, that four-pointer huge for Criteria. Both guys, the official tells them to come together, and they're both like, I don't know. Give us a second.
30-second breather in the match. Johnson tying up that wrist, trying to get that elbow off both wrists now.
Under a minute to go. Johnson needs just one takedown. Put himself in the lead. And there's a deep shot. Can he pull it in? He comes to his feet.
He has it up.
Big moment. Oh, Atau gets the foot back down on the mat. Johnson takes a big breath. Aiden Atau giving up size, but great job in the hand fight. He has turned that into real points. They try to pull Johnson down. Gets a go behind. He just has nothing left, and it's 9-6. Atau gonna go down and work from parterre and work out the clock. Yeah, create an illusion of working from parterre so he can run out the clock. Aiden Atau, 9-6. He had to come from down a couple takedowns, and he got it done. Aiden Atau, super savvy match, used great positioning and pace to win it, and another champ for Idaho. They end up with two champs. Stop posed, and good work from that young man. He's had a great year since making the finals a year ago. Smiling at the camera, Aiden Atau, and good stuff from him. We're gonna get a replay of that match here shortly. Take a look at some of those moments, and you really gotta watch the whole match to appreciate just the pace that Atau put on and the impact that it had. And here they are coming out at the beginning. There's that drag. Johnson got to it so smooth. Runs to it again, and Atau signaling to the officials that he took him out of bounds. And just as this match wore on, Atau's pace became a huge factor, and that's the four-pointer. Johnson normally wouldn't give up four there, but he just didn't have much left, and here's the end. Atau gets the win. Great stuff from him. We're gonna have some highlights coming up from this session, but man, it has been an outstanding junior freestyle. Iowa absolutely killed it. We had unbelievable matches. Great stuff there. So awesome stuff, guys, and we're gonna end our finals session here. We got a little video coming at you of our man Tyler Meisinger yesterday. He had to hitchhike to the Fargo Dome. You're gonna want to see that, and then don't go anywhere because we've got more junior women's freestyle coming at you. Take a look at some of these highlights, and then we will leave you with a hitchhiking video. For Jesse de Blasio, I'm David Bray. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Junior Freestyle Finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, USA recognizes one coach each year for exceptional skills shown in the development of youth wrestlers. Presenting the award on behalf of the Coaches Council is Rick Gumbel of New York. The 2022 Freestyle Developmental Coach of the Year from Wisconsin, Max Astrid. Max, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the most pins, Outstanding Wrestler Award and the Term Championship will be presented by USA Wrestling National Freestyle Developmental Coach, James Green. The most pins in the least amount of time for junior men's freestyle is awarded to Dominic Frontino, Pennsylvania, with 4 pins in 7 minutes and 4 seconds. Accepting the award, Coach Sabalino from Pennsylvania. The Junior Men's Freestyle Outstanding Wrestler Award goes to Missouri at 145, Kyle Dutton. Congratulations, Kyle. Our hearty congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the Junior Men's Freestyle U.S. Marine Corps Team Championship is awarded to 214 points earned by the University Correction by Team Iowa. Cindy Mosconi, head table please. Cindy Mosconi. Congratulations, Team Iowa. And again, a big thank you goes out to the United States Marine Corps, represented by Major Scott Kitzowski, a former wrestler at the University of Nebraska, Second Lieutenant Shane Jasinski, a former wrestler at the United States Naval Academy, and Sergeant Jason Badametti. Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you to the United States Marine Corps.
Fargo, North Dakota, home to the biggest wrestling tournament in the history of the world. With over 7,000 pre-registrations this year, no wrestling tournament even comes close to its magnitude. I've actually never been to Fargo, but I've heard stories. It's packed, it's sweaty, it's in the middle of nowhere, but most of all, it's long. I mean, this tournament is just non-stop action for like 6 days straight. And then I found out that I had to go. Was I scared of what I was about to walk into? Yes, but that's why I'm making this series, so no one ever has to wonder what Fargo is actually like based off stories again. I'm going to be exploring this tournament and showing you just what it looks like through the eyes of a newcomer. Hopefully by the end of this, we'll be able to bust any Fargo myths and get to the bottom of what makes this tournament so truly special that thousands of people are willing to travel all across the country to the same tournament every year. Day 2 and I'm excited because today's the day I get to experience my first Fargo finals. The U16 girls finals were set for 1:30 and I had to be there to film them, but I ran into a bit of a roadblock. My coworkers headed to the Fargo Dome early while I stayed back at the hotel to finish editing yesterday's episode. The only problem is when I tried to call an Uber to the Fargo Dome, they were always 20 minutes away and then they would end up canceling on me. I began to get nervous. Was I about to miss my first ever Fargo finals? Then I started thinking to myself, hey, wait a second, this could be a really cool opportunity to get to know another Fargo competitor. At least that's how I tried to justify it to myself as I started to approach a random family to ask if I could hitchhike with them. I had to think of a way to get them to trust me right away, so they wouldn't think that I was just a random kid looking for a ride. Luckily, I had the perfect line ready.
Excuse me? Are you going to the Fargo Dome by chance? Would you guys maybe want to be in a FloWrestling video? So the catch is, I called an Uber and it's not showing up. Yeah. Would you guys maybe be able to give me a ride?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it actually worked. We have a ride. I'm not gonna miss the finals. This is Jake and Jolie Slider, and they were gracious enough to give me a ride to the Fargo Dome. I didn't know it at the time, but Jolie was actually a Fargo finalist. She was the first match I was gonna film once I got to the Dome, so I ended up picking the perfect family to hitchhike with. When I asked them for the ride, I thought it was just Jolie and her dad, and that they would have plenty of space for me. But a few minutes later, I found out that I was riding with the whole family. These guys are actually awesome. If I was traveling across the country with 4 kids in my backseat, the last thing I would want is the added headache of a random 23-year-old hitchhiking with you. But I really think that just shows how awesome the wrestling community is. And I thought this would be a really cool opportunity to get to know Jolie, her family, and learn a little bit more about Fargo.
What's this guy's name?
Bo.
His first time in Fargo?
Yes. No. Second.
Second. Is this your first time in Fargo?
No, this is my second year.
Second? What was it like the first time?
It was very nerve-wracking.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
It's just different from anything I've ever been to or experienced.
Did you hear stories about Fargo before you got there? Were you nervous?
Yeah, I heard a lot that it was just like a completely different environment, how many people were there. And
yeah. Did you guys drive here or did you fly?
We drove.
Drove? How far is that drive?
18 hours.
Yeah.
What's it like being parents at Fargo? Is it chaotic?
Yeah, it is a little bit. Trying to get a good view of the mat and nerve-wracking.
You know, your child's worked so hard just kind of for this moment, especially all summer and devoting it. Sometimes it goes your way and sometimes it doesn't. This time it's going our way.
Yeah?
For right now, yeah, we're in the finals.
You're in the finals?
Yeah.
Wow, congrats. I picked the right car to
you.
get it. Oh my gosh. Have you wrestled on that big stage before?
Yes, I wrestled during my quarters.
Really?
It was scary, but once I got up there, it was fine.
Are you guys competing or you just here for fun?
We're just here for fun.
Yeah? This is like a whole family occasion, huh?
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys letting me cram in the car with you.
Except for our 18-year-old sister.
Oh, you got your 18-year-old sisters in here?
Yeah, she had work.
Yeah, and in the one day, our sister had to watch the chickens.
Oh, really?
They escaped.
What's wrestling like in Idaho?
We sanctioned it finally this year.
Really?
And it blew up a ton. I've always had to wrestle boys.
You've always had to wrestle boys?
Yeah.
Have you beat any boys?
I have. I've
Beat all the boys.
Yeah.
In our area.
All the boys in your area?
Yeah.
I was the varsity 98 this year for the boys team.
Really?
Yeah.
So, and you were winning?
Yeah, I had a pretty good season there.
This is the kind of thing that could have only happened at Fargo, where there's so many wrestlers in town that I knew someone from my hotel would be going to the same place as me.
Thank you, Slider family.
Yep.
You're amazing.
Now, it was time for my very first Fargo Finals experience. The finals definitely surpassed my expectations. I don't know why, but I thought they would just be taking place on the big stage while a bunch of other matches were going on around them. No. All eyes were on the placement matches while the rest of the mats were completely empty. The whole room was even dark and they had spotlights highlighting each match. All the focus was on these athletes who had worked all summer for their big moment. There were cameras, there was action, there were rubber chickens falling from the sky, apparently, and staying on the mat for an uncomfortably long amount of time. I couldn't help but feel a little bit jealous of them. It really does seem like an amazing experience. All the finalists lined up and shook each other's hands, and then we got right into the matches. Every finalist gets to do a cool walkout through smoke while they get their name announced, and I had a pretty sweet spot right behind the Flow commentators. If you ever happen to place at Fargo, once your match is over, you'll walk behind the stage and you'll go to the podium, where this guy, who's not standing on that ladder in a sketchy way at all, will take your picture. Overall, I was really impressed with the production quality of this event. It seems like they do a really good job of making these wrestlers feel special. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. That's the end of today's exploring, but be on the lookout for tomorrow's video, where I finally explore the famed Fargo black markets.